One, why am I Lee Everett from The Walking Dead? That's of none of your concern. I could not work skins. Also don't have any skins because of the... Alright, Minecraft is just... It just has a lot of issues for me. And I just... It's hard to do them. And I don't know why. I have a lot of complications around Minecraft, even though I love this game. It's a great game. Now, I'm going to make this a series. However, it's going to be a series that I don't do very often at all. Maybe like, I don't know, once every 2 months one of these videos will come out, potentially. It's just because this one takes a lot, it's going to take me a lot of effort to do because of certain reasons. And welcome to Project K. What is Project K, you ask? Well, I don't actually know. It displayed small heads and small skeletons. That's kind of funny. Well, anyway, Project K is something I've been working on for a little bit. I haven't worked on it much, but it was an old design that me and a couple of friends came up with for, like, I don't know, a map, and then we just kind of played around with it. We originally came up with the concept design on like a really fluffy mat. We came up with the design of this entire place. However, I've barely started it. However, it starts with the middle. That bridge is not important for now, but slowly got to get through the middle of the entire area. Now this map is a level 4 map, meaning that it is absolutely massive. So the way that this works is each of these areas is going to be divided into 4 sections. This section is pretty much just going to be like a lot of chaos, and that's why these I like to call them trees. I like this. There's a, you know, put a bunch of campfires down there because it looks cool. You can barely see them, bit of lava down there, you know, just a bit of chaos around these areas. Death ensue. And then around this side is the more going to be more peaceful area, still filled with death because, yeah. And over here is going to be like pretty much a human type of civilization. It's essentially, like, you could say that this is like a giant fantasy world. Not really at the moment, but it could be. However, this side will just be like the normal people side. That side, this side right here is going to be more magical kind of side. Hence the bridge that is very, very long. Now, because of the old texture change on the city texture pack, which I'm currently using, everything looked great. And now everything's kind of like meh. I don't really like this grass right here. It's kind of bright. Like, you can even see the color differentiation between that. If you look on the map, the bottom half of the map and then the top half, it's kind of lighter and I don't like it. Anyway, I'm using all sorts of various different blocks to try and make this coarse dirt, even like grass and stuff like that. This side will probably be filled with a little bit more flowers, is what I'm thinking, and have it cross over into this like watery kind of section. Same with this side. Now this side over here, round about this area right here, some areas will be bigger than others, is going to be like an old kingdom area. So like gonna just have a bunch of ruins kind of in this area, and we're gonna have pretty much like an area that goes out into this way, gonna be just pretty much lined with like destroyed chaos like villages. Probably I'll model them after these houses. Now, considering that I am on a PlayStation 4, these might be difficult to pull off because I don't have a world edit tool that I'm aware of. And if someone could tell me if there's an edit tool in the PS4 version of Minecraft currently, that would be amazing, because I'm going to have to construct some mountains, and I'm not looking forward to it because I'm going to have to place every single one of them down individually, and it's not going to be fun. But in the meantime, I can keep myself busy with whatever this is. So, I think I'll just start off with a clean slate and start just grabbing some blocks and playing around with things, see what I can do to these other areas. I think I'll go, this magical side, I think I'll only do like probably up to about this dried kelp blocks here. So all of that will be like kind of watery area. I'll continue the chaos path down just a little bit more. Maybe about here I'll cut off the chaos one with the soul sand. And then as for the ruins, actually no, I might wait, this will be the cutoff between the, what is it, normal civilization, the old civilization, the chaos civilization, and the magic civilization, which is how it's going to work. So old civilization was too big, crumbled, and got destroyed. New civilization, slightly smaller, working for the time being. Magical civilization is very, very small. Chaos reigns supreme. Very, very basic setup for like a world, you know. It's very, what do they call it? I have no idea what they call it. There's a lot of villages around this like side of the map, which is good. It's what I need now. I might even have to make this like middle area even bigger, and you can already see how big it already is without me flying around. Like it's pretty big. I'm currently loading like 8 chunks because PlayStation 4, but I might have to like literally make this 8 chunks. However, that's for a different time. For now, we can move on with this. So I need to grab some of these ice blocks. I believe some of these are blue ice and some of them are compact. Just packed ice. I also need a water block wherever that is, and I can't be bothered searching it because it takes too long. Mostly because I type slow, but should be around here somewhere. There it is. Water. Can I grab these? I can. Grab coarse dirt. Grab normal. Wait, that's not grass. Oh, I thought that was. Wait, what are these? Those are not ferns. That is a fern. They just turned the ferns into grass. Wait, no, that... Hold on a second. Just drop that for a second. That is not a fern. What is going on? That is a fern. What do you mean? I'm so confused. Grab this. Okay, fern. Okay, grab this is also a fern. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna go with that. Now, how did I make these? It's been a long time. I believe I just did it randomly, but kind of periodically. Okay. Still getting used to this way of mining because it's slightly different than the normal PS4 kind of version I'm used to, and creative especially. Because I'm pretty sure you have inertia now. When I start moving, I don't move instantly anymore. I kind of like slow down just a little bit when I move forward. Like I don't go fast straight away. It's kind of weird and I hate it. But I have to live with it now. This went back to the old version of Minecraft, but I don't think there's really much point in doing that. Maybe I'll go back. Probably not. Probably need more ice than that. Yeah, because that'll be something else. So we'll put ice in here. Also, I mixed up the mycelium, I believe it's called, with there's normal grass. There was oh no, the podzol grass is still there. That's a good grass. I like that grass better than I like the normal grass. So I might change out the normal grass completely with just podzol. I don't think that's what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it anyway. Call it that anyway. Ah, this is packed ice. I knew that. Of packed ice around. I guess it technically makes more sense for the packed ice to be further up than blue ice. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know how ice works to that extent. All I know is there's ice and harder ice. The city texture pack used to be my favorite texture pack. My go-to, pretty much. Back on the PlayStation 3. Yes, I've never really played the PC version. Did I put packed ice? No, okay, I didn't. I did the same thing over there as I did over here. Okay, we'll cut that off there, and we will put some more blue ice over here. Compact ice, I mean. God damn it. You can tell this is gonna take me a very, very long time to finish it, but I think it will look cool. I think it will look really cool in the end. That's what I'm going for. Maybe one time I'll actually show the original. I took a photo of it, that's why I was able to figure where everything was. Also, it was convenient because there was 4 of us that were doing it. We had no idea, no intention of doing this. I was the only one that decided to do this. One of us decided to draw a map, but I don't think they followed through with it. I'm not sure. But I had the idea to do it in Minecraft because I thought it would be like a really cool map, and I was like, it'd take me a while, but it would look very cool. And so far, it has promise. It's just, I'm not that great at building, as much as I hate to admit it. I don't really have like all the cool fancy like editing stuff like how PC has their stuff, and I also don't know how and if it's possible to port worlds into PC. So I have Minecraft on my PC, however it doesn't run very well or as good as I would want it to run, so I don't know if it would be able to handle loading in so much. The PlayStation can handle it because it's a beast, but it's only loading like 8 chunks anyway, so it's not that big of a hassle. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to see how it goes and see if anyone has any suggestions on how I could go about this to make my life easier or harder. Who knows? I certainly do not. Eventually we'll be able to place some water in here and actually make it look like something other than just ice in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty random. Yeah, pretty random. Okay, now what do we have in here? We have kelp, grass, and compacted. Why do I keep saying compacted? How do I get to My hotbar. Aha! There we go. Which way am I facing? This way. So if we have some more compact, what's it called? Coarse dirt. Kind of filtering almost a path through here. Okay, I'm gonna just like do it this way. I feel like it'd be faster than me flying with inertia. I believe it's inertia, I'm not sure. Okay, then we need to fill it in with a bit of sand on the edges, so soul sand preferably. On the edges, maybe going down a little bit, and then we'll figure out where the coarse dirt's going to end up. Yeah, I'll just knock out all of this grass and just replace it with the soul sand, just for the time being. Just on the edges though, or just specifically this edge until I can figure out what's a good pattern to kind of put here. Oops, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. That one is this, and I think it's tall grass for that one. So this one, excellent. Now, soul sand. If anyone can figure out an option in the PlayStation menu, or the PlayStation menu for Minecraft on how to turn off this motion, that'd be great. Okay, I'm just gonna do this way. It's faster, even though it's soul sand. I want it to look nice, as well as looking random, because I kind of do want it to look kind of natural. Like, obviously this doesn't look natural, but it looks interesting. What I'm gonna do is just like, this is gonna be like a giant pillar kind of thing, almost like a beam of pure energy that enters this area. I don't know what it's gonna look like yet. I'm kind of still working on what that was gonna look like. I'm just getting the areas that are affected around that central point, just to see how interesting it gets. And I'll probably just play around with the design just a little bit. I might do other Minecraft stuff, just because Minecraft's a nice, relaxing game where I don't have to get stressed about being killed or the thought of losing all of my money in an all or nothing situation. The only thing you have to worry about is creepers, and it's kind of peaceful. I am probably never going to play a world in peaceful, just an FYI. I'll probably try and do most of my worlds in hard mode, actually. I feel like I can handle that challenge. Like, once I can get this middle ring finished, the outsides of it are going to be very simple. Well, not simple, but just like, they're going to be a lot easier to do than this. Because this part is like, purely just making it up as I go along, you know? What do you think, duck or chicken? You duck chicken, that's what I thought. But yeah, because those parts are going to be like structured houses and all that, so it's going to be a lot easier to do something like that. It's going to me, it's easier to build a house than trying to randomly generate world terrain, if that makes any sense. Making things look random without a random world generator yourself is kind of difficult. Like, we're already 30 minutes through, and I have not really done that much. My ideal thing is I would love to have a team kind of effort working on this. It'd be so cool, you know, just have a bunch of people come in, just help me work on doing this. I will probably look into world edit after this video, probably, and see if it is a thing, because if it is a thing, you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna be using it. Especially when it comes to like building mountain terrain and like building houses and all that, because if I can just like copy and paste a house, oh, you have no idea what that means to me. After being someone that's like played only the PlayStation 3 version of Minecraft for like, I don't know how many years, 3 or 4 years, played the PlayStation 4 version for about a year, not like, you know, consistently, just like every now and then, but then to be able to world edit would just be an absolute dream. Be very great, very epic. Right now it's just a lot of grass. Also, if you're wondering how I actually made these little divots like that, I didn't mine it out individually. I'm not that cruel to myself. What's it called? I used TNT to kind of just like make it a controlled explosion by putting it in certain areas. Makes it kind of look natural, I guess. As natural as TNT explosions could be, I assume. I can imagine how long it took me to even just dig this out. On the original PS4 edition, you couldn't dig very fast. Oh great, now it's raining. I thought I turned weather off. Whatever. You couldn't dig this fast for some reason. I mean, it's not digging that fast, but the original PS4 edition made it so much more difficult. So what I did was I ended up getting an anvil and creating an efficiency 5, unbreaking 3 shovel. So then I can just mow grass like it was nothing. That's what I did. God, it still took me ages to actually dig out this hole. And I really, really don't want to do that again. Although I feel like I'm going to have to make it bigger, and I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be a long process till this actually gets finished, but like I said before, I can't wait till it gets finished. I think it'll look cool. Or at least I hope it does. Yeah, it's amazing when you dig all of this out, it's just all dirt, and then when you add like mycelium into it, it just all starts spreading so fast into like its dirt or its type of grass block. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like a virus. It kind of looks like a virus just like spreading through someone's system or something like that. Bit weird. Bit weird. I can't hear the rain anymore. Either that or it's just like really, really silent. I don't know whether it's because I turned it down on my settings or whether I'm just deaf. I don't know. It just sounds kind of weird. Right, now, how does this one look? Weird. That's what it looks like. Weird. I need to get some bone blocks and dot those everywhere. Sheep, can you please get out? What's... I need to get animals out of here. I have no idea how. What's the inside of these? Was the inside of these also just a mixture of all three? Oh, it's so much harder to do it with this stupid movement. I don't know if I like this area as much as the lava area that I did. That area looks a lot better in my opinion. Plus it has the smoke effect to it, and you know, who doesn't love a good smoke effect with a campfire? And apparently I already did that side. One is going to be absolute chaos with things that I like to call trees. Take that how you will. Put campfires down here for a cool effect with these lava blocks and literal lava. Makes it cooler in the rain, which is going to be dedicated as a chaos kind of area, just going this way. And then it's going to also stretch over here. This is where it separates into a kind of a broken civilization, more or less in ruins kind of area on this side, where the kingdom's going to kind of cross into this area and it's just going to be destroyed. Essentially, it's like a giant blast of, you could say, magic that impacts this middle area the most and kind of divided it between four, let's say kingdoms for now. Then next to the ruins is a civilization divided by these kelp blocks and this wall of soul sand, block of soul sand. And here is going to be just what's left of civilization in a kind of smaller area, just going this way. And in this tiny little area, which is by this part that I'm just making now, between the kelp block and I didn't put a marker here, so we're just going to say by the kelp block and this tree and the bridge, the very, very long bridge, is going to be like the, let's say, magical area, which is very small. So people from this area go to harness the magic that's from this area. These people are just chaos, so meh. This one's the broken civilization that's moved over to this civilization, is trying to cope with these two. So that's pretty much the basic idea of what this is going to be. It's going to take me a very, very long time to do this without world edit, but I think I'll manage. But yeah, that's pretty much the basic idea of what it is. Unfortunately, I can't take all the credit for it, but I can take all the credit for this world. Can you please get out of there? Kind of need to break that. Okay, he's dead. I'll probably end up like taking breaks and just going to like the outskirts of these areas and just kind of building the actual buildings, because I feel like building the actual buildings would be a lot more fun than watching me dig dirt. But we'll see how it goes. Oops, I accidentally broke that. Which one is this one? Is this packed ice? Yes, yes it is. I'm trying to make this as random as possible. The Nether one, the Nether update, the only relevant update I've heard it, because I know that bees are already a thing. You can also tame foxes and all that, get all that stuff, which is pretty cool. The Nether update though is going to be something that's going to be really interesting. Yeah, okay. It is the Nether one. I've already heard like a lot of cool stuff about the Nether update. Like, I think there'll be netherite tools, as far as I'm aware of. But there's also like the new world generations within the Nether, like trees and stuff like that. Essentially, what they're doing is making the Nether livable, which would be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool to just do like a survival, but only in the Nether kind of thing. Like do all the stuff to get to the Nether, then go to the Nether, and then you can't leave, kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. They're also, apparently, which is kind of sad, they're getting rid of the old zombie pigmen, which have been in the game for ages. They're getting rid of those and they're replacing them with things called piglins. And the piglins act pretty much the same way as zombie pigmen, but, oh, that's right, you can trade with them instead of just, like, you know, killing them, occasionally getting some gold and stuff like that. They also have a chance to drop gold ingots as well now, which is kind of cool. They never used to do that. Just something added to their loot table, I guess. Being able to trade with them is huge, because you could potentially get crying obsidian, which is an old block that was going to be added into Minecraft but never got added. So now we can finally see what that looks like, and apparently it looks kind of cool. And it has a purpose. But if anyone knows how to download a PS4 world from a PlayStation 4 or 3 and like be able to port it over to like a PS4 or computer or vice versa, if anyone knows how to do that, that'd be great, because I would love to know how to do that. Because I will probably just put this world on my PC if I can do that and see if that works any better. I don't know how I will record after that. If it does become a thing, then I might just like put it on there, then record it, or put it on there, do the world edit, port it back, and then like record it, see an update, do a little bit of housekeeping, and then port it back and just do it like that. You could by getting the seed of the world. But if I get the seed of the world, does it come with what I've built in the seed already, or does it only come with just the terrain of like the original terrain of the world? That's what I want to know, because I feel like it would just come with the original look of the world without what I've built already. I mean, I don't know. If I did, it probably wouldn't take me as long. Like restarting it, could probably do it a lot faster, but I don't know. All this has character. All these individual TNT explosions that created these pathways, you know, it's kind of cool. But if that works, that'll be great. If it's not confirmed, then I'll definitely try and see if that works, and also brings this stuff with it. Because if it does, then that'll be great. I'll probably bring a whole bunch of my other worlds, because I'm pretty sure if I did it with PlayStation, it wouldn't work. Then again, I always forget that this is the Bedrock update where it switched it over, you know? And I know that Xbox has always been able to do it, and you can now play with Xbox players. I already have. It's kind of cool, actually. Have a little world going on. Yeah, there's got to be a lot of interesting stuff coming up. Also, I'm pretty sure that that button's not actually preset. I'm pretty sure you actually have to put that button on if you want it, which is the pick thing. It doesn't even show up anymore, but if I press right on my directional pad on the D-pad, it will automatically switch to that block. Or if I'm not holding that block in my inventory, it will just pick it up for me, so I don't have to go through the inventory or through this mess. This makes my life so much easier. It would have made my life a lot easier if I was doing that, building those other worlds that I've built, but oh well. Which, if I can actually figure out how to get those old PS3 worlds I have onto my PS4, if I can figure out how to get that world onto this world, then I can show everyone some of my old worlds. And yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But we'll be able to see what that looks like in a later video, maybe. It's a long process, but hopefully it will be worth it. And even if it's not worth it, at least I can say I finished it. Just as an FYI, the bridge is going to go straight to like the castle of the magic area. If I can figure out how to warp people to the other side, I will. And have the bridge just literally just like for show, but yeah, it's going to be something like that. And this is going to just be an area, don't mind the skeletons, it's going to be an area that just goes straight through like a pathway. A safe pathway maybe. Go into this area of like nice flowers, all magical and stuff like that, harnessing the power from that, so that's going to work. So I might like maybe cut through this tree maybe a little bit, just to have a linear path, or maybe I'll just make it more natural looking, I don't know at this point. Yeah, I might start on the ruin side, because I've been working on this side for a lot, as you can see, doing that fire area, and I still have to do a little bit more of that fire area. Although the fire area is a lot more fun to do, because it's less blocks that I have to place down, but it just also looks visually cooler. Like with all these dead bushes around and the occasional fern, you know? Then these wicked looking tree things, which I might actually add lanterns to, because at night time this place is kind of bright but also dim. But yeah, I might start next time on the ruin area, which is this area in between here. So we'll have like maybe just broken shacks or like houses, probably out of the stone variety, a bit of wood variety in there, between shaved wood, logs, and like other various types. And then we'll just span it all the way up, pretty much. Well, we'll have like probably a little town area between here, and then like little town, maybe some fields and stuff like that. Actually, a great way to do it would probably be to have all the farming districts down here. So if this was destroyed and is in ruins, if the farming district is in ruins, and then you go further up, that means that their food supply would be cut off, which would then be a reason why this is in ruins, which probably would make more sense. See, I'm great at this. I'm great at making lore on the fly. But yeah, I'll probably try and do some of that next time and create some houses, is what I meant to say, not create some world. I technically am doing that already. Hello, Mr. Sheep. I'm surprised you're still alive, to be honest. Alright, now we can do some more grass placement. Excellent. Excellent. Kind of just spam it around these areas, to be honest. Around the outskirts. Hello, duck. Chicken. Chicken duck. But there is a lot of grass here at the moment. So we'll just try and put it on the insides a little bit more. It's probably good. We can add in those bone bits like after. I love it how you don't actually have to be that far away for that smoke to just stop. Like once you reach a certain point, it starts again. It's kind of strange. Kind of cool though. Alright, now let's get some of this fern. That is not the same as what that looks like. But hey, I will go with it. Okay, it's a lot easier to place these things down. Oh man, it destroys the grass. That's not good. One over there. Excellent. Alright. And it's looking a bit better. Not as much as it would be if I added the water in there, which I will do. Alright, now, let's try and get that water in there. I'm going to figure out how I laid it out on this one. Some water there, have that flow through. And maybe have some water there, have that flow through. Maybe have that flow through as well. Excellent. I think flowing past this would be very nice. Flowing through here. Flowing next to this. And out from that. Maybe adding this at double. Put some water there. Put some here and there. Maybe there's just a splash by this kelp and make that kelp. Now, what if I want some here? Break up this kelp just a little bit. Put that there. The soul sand can go bye-bye. And break up this kelp just a little bit. Excellent. Ooh, maybe have a little bit of a flow through here. Some water in there. Put some water by this kelp. Then move the kelp down there. And have the water kind of flowing off there as well. Get rid of the sand block. Maybe some more water on this side. Yeah. I think we'll subdivide into this area first. I need that to be there. There we go. Actually, no. I need that to be down here. Break that one. Have the water flowing off just a little bit from there. Break that block. Yep. Okay, have this one break. Excellent. It flowed into two different directions. That's exactly what I wanted. Flow through this and flow down here, put it over here, and do that. And this one up here flow. And this one flow. I think putting a flow through there and carrying it over through to here. That'd be good. Alright, breaking that, breaking this, and breaking this one. And of course that block which I missed. I don't know how I missed that one, but yeah. Right, now the only thing that's left is adding in these little bones. Add these in every, I don't know, every now and then. Just pretty much random-ish looking shape. That's not what I wanted to do. I'll replace that later. I should probably replace it now actually before I forget about it. Alright, just got a couple more of those to do, and then this will be the water section of the magic area completed. Well, not completed. I still have to add in these little lantern things. I might change that though, because this area is not meant to be chaos. It's meant to be more or less just magical. So I might put even like some flowers and stuff like that, some beehives potentially. Make it maybe a little bit more forested, sprouting out some actual trees or generating more or less my own type of trees for this area. But I like this bone kind of, almost bone dry but like filled with water kind of look, you know, like the whole water everywhere and not a drop to drink because you're on the ocean kind of thing. It's an interesting look. That's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah, it's definitely looking a lot like the other side, which is exactly what I want. I want it to look the exact same. If you can remember at the start of the stream, this was literally just dirt, and now I've turned it into the exact same as this. Whether you think it's great or not, looks great or not, the fact that I'm able to copy it after so many months before, pretty good. I mean, this one obviously has a little bit more variety to it, and this one a bit less so. But hey, alright, let's see, let's destroy this area here, put this one here. Block, 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 block. Bop, bop, bop. And about and about. Alright, that's that little area done. Wandering trader, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Some bamboo. Actually would be really useful if you were to come back in a different world, my dude. I could really use some of that bamboo in a different world. But look at that. Got it down. That's pretty cool. I'm going to develop this pathway just a little bit. Now I used prismarine blocks and purple blocks, and I believe this is quartz slabs. It's either quartz slab or smooth quartz slab. Don't remember which. I could probably just pick it up and figure it out. It's just quartz. So I might get rid of these people, these little skeleton boys. Also, I did this by you know, armor stands and a skeleton. I can also change their pose. Yeah, we'll just have some dabbing skeletons, because why not? I don't know why. I don't even know why that's a thing. Are these also prismarine brick slabs? Wait, these are all slabs? Really? Wait. Oh, I can't go under the bridge. Huh. I want to make this path more natural looking, but also cool. I think it might be a cooler idea to use this podzol grass, but just look at that. It just looks so much nicer, in my opinion. Actually, I might keep the kind of waterlogged area like still there. As you walk through here, I'll kind of like get rid of these like little areas in between here, like all this bone and all these, and like some of the sand. And as you walk through here, it's going to be like more flowery, more colourful kind of thing, more magical, you could say. And even like going into here, it will be kind of like half the waterlogged area with kelp and whatever, and then also go into this colourful kind of look, kind of like a divided section kind of thing. I think that's what I'll go for, and just, you know, play around with that look, see how that works and all that. I think I would prefer saying autumn, just because you have spring, you have winter, you have summer, and fall is already word. Autumn is its own word entirely, apart from being a name. It's a little bit off centre, kind of bothers me just a small wee bit, but I'm just going to ignore it for now because I'm not trying to be OCD perfectionist at the moment. Also, you can kind of see it. You can see that this one has like very big kind of, I don't know, tendril kind of light fork lightning kind of thing going on over this one. It's so much bigger than this one. This one's bigger. This one's like longer. This one's kind of, and then this little one over here is like barely anything. Which is, I guess you could say, a chaos meter. No matter what civilization you're in, there's always going to be chaos. It's just how they choose to deal with chaos. This one, obviously, the entire city's in ruins, so it's going to be pretty much chaos no matter what you do, if you're still alive in that area anyway. Oh, it's raining again. This one, it's a new civilization, slightly smaller than the last, but it's still got its amount of chaos. The Magic Kingdom, very small. Very small, so... Oh, it's kind of cool, falling down with the rain. But because it's so small, there's barely anyone that actually lives there, so having chaos there is not going to be too often. This is where the most chaos happens because it's just like kind of like a chaotic Badlands. I'm also thinking of up in this top area, if you can see my marker pointing like towards the top, I'm going to create like a giant forested area all the way up there, which is going to be where some outsiders live. People that didn't want to be part of any of this. Because in the four kingdoms, or what's left of the fourth, that one, they all kind of worship this middle as kind of like, I don't know, some benevolent force kind of thing. So these ones, the chaos-ridden ones, are all for the whole sacrifices kind of thing to it. That's why you see all of this blood and decay, all the heads everywhere, and all the blood and guts and all that. Also, I think it was a great idea using that nether wart block for guts, because it kind of does look like it. It's kind of gross. It's a nice looking horse. I like this horse. You're very cool. Anyway, very barbaric kind of area, if you would. Now this area, now the reason why this place is in ruins is, one, because I just made it up off the fly, this part that I'm about to tell you, and two, because I guess you could say Queen, I don't know how you want to put it, she was in the middle of that and got absolutely yeeted into oblivion or the unknown. None of the other three know what actually happened to her. None of the three kingdoms actually knows what happened to her. But what ensued is the destruction of her kingdom and all of that. So that's why it's in ruins, or partly why it's in ruins. The other half is, half of the fields will be damaged, and essentially nothing will be able to grow on them, making their way of living just impossible. Yeah, that's how that's going to work. And they're pretty much like, they pray for the safety of everyone else and kind of try and protect people from this area. I wouldn't call it pray, maybe just like, more or less like a safeguard. They don't let anyone kind of trespass this area apart from certain people. Or that's what's going to be left of them, is just going to be like a broken civilization, that's kind of thing. It's going to be like an enforcement kind of area. Not a bad enforcement, it's just going to be like ground laid rules, no one goes near this, that's end of story kind of thing. Very cutthroat. Where this civilization, it's going to just pretty much be like a normal civilization, kingdom kind of area in like however long ago, mid 1700s. 1800s kind of thing, kind of deal, you know? Like buildings, old buildings, kingdom, castle, all that. So that's going to be relatively very easy to build. This is the ruins part's the most interesting part for me. That's going to be the most fun part to build, just because building destroyed things is a lot easier than building the whole thing. And as for the magical side, there's a lot got to do with this one. I mean, the bridge is already there, so that's a start. But yeah. Also, before I started this, the bridge was there on the map, like a line. I went down to like look at it as I saw the grass was changing color, and the bridge kind of just disappeared from the map. Like, obviously it's still here because you can see it, you can walk into it and all that, you can walk on top of it, but it disappeared from the map, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just too thin for it to be loaded and registered as like pixels, but I don't know. But yeah, creating the magical kingdom is going to be surrounded by hills. I mean, there'd be like lakes, rivers, other different bits of hills, the forest and area, but this one's going to be kind of secluded from the rest. Like, only going to be very certain ways that you could actually get into this area, kind of thing, and it would be difficult to get in this area by walking. That's what I'm going to say about it. It's more or less going to be towers than a kingdom, but still collectively a kingdom, just smaller than this one. Now, as for the barbaric area, what that would actually kind of look like is more or less crudely put together kind of shelters, functional, practical, just not efficient. There's probably like words that I'd use to describe this area. Heavily populated as well. It's kind of like I'll kind of probably create different tribes. I literally got that idea just because there's one village over there, there's another village over there, barbaric area, chaos ensues, one village attack this village, this village attack this village, bring the survivors here, kill them. Very, very simple. But yeah, it's just going to be chaos around here. People will try and build civilizations. People might be even good people. It's just bad things happen over this side. That's all that can be said. The mountainous ranges are probably going to be more on this side just to stop these people from coming over to these people, because that's probably the last thing. Good thing for the civilizations is most of the bad people are on this side, the opposite side. However, that's obviously not going to stop the chaos from seeping through. Now, chaos can seep through here, but that's mostly just because of the land. The people on this side are relatively good. I'll figure it out more as I go. And then we'll start work on that ruin area. Maybe putting like plots of houses through here. But I think that'll do it for me tonight. But as always, if you enjoyed, please leave a like. Comment on any suggestions or any of the discussions I've talked about, on what your thoughts are on that. I can't remember all the things I just talked about. But if you remember, please let me know in the comments below what you think about what I said at that point in time. Timestamp it if you want. And subscribe if you think that you'll enjoy watching this. I can kind of hear the rain now. I'm getting distracted by the rain and animals. It's really nice, really peaceful. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.